Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Saturday, so it's time to color and chat and hang out and all that wonderful fun stuff of live stream. So I'm going to actually turn this down just a touch. Although if you turn it down too far, you can't hear it. There we go. So hello everybody out there in YouTube land. Today we're going to be coloring from The Circle of Life, a coloring journey by Mel Pum, Pum, Pumina. I am going to get this name if it kills me. um, Mel has done a wonderful job with this book, and I absolutely love it. I had such a hard time picking a page from this book. As you can see, there's lots of different pages that I thought, well, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. So I finally chose this one because I want to use my Caran d'Ache luminance that I just received. So I want to play with these, and yeah, I figure there's enough of the colors that I have to do a really good job on this picture. Hi, Blue. I am good, thank you. How are you? My camera is tilted. There. Now you guys can see it square on. Until I move it. Alright, I'm going to stop moving things around. Alright, so hello to everybody out there that's in chat and lurking and all that wonderful fun stuff. I hope you are having a fantastic Saturday. It's fairly early here still. It's 10 o'clock in the morning here, so. And it's a, holiday weekend, so people will probably not be hanging out too much from the US here. A lot of people went away for the holidays, but we will see. Hopefully, all the wonderful people that stayed home come and visit. So I took my luminance and I put them in this wonderful bag that the person that sent me the luminance sent me to hold my luminance. And I have left the spaces open for the ones I'm missing. And I think what I will probably do is try to fill each page one at a time with the purchasing of one or two pencils at a time. And that way I don't get horribly confused on what I have and don't have. Hi Barb! How are you? My name is set as Spoken Renee. That's how I say my name. Alright, so where to start, where to start, where to start? I think I'm going to start on the camping site there. And of course I've got to sharpen. I'm always horrified to sharpen new pencils. There's a couple of them I don't have to sharpen, so we'll use those. So my dog can't make up her mind on where she wants to be. She demanded to be in the bedroom with Bob, and now she's wandering around the sofa and not quite sure what she's doing. You're just going to lay down in front of me? Good girl. Exactly. And, like I said, I'm just going to slowly fill in all the empty spots to make a beautiful, wonderful set of luminance. You're going to use the star joys? I love the star joys. They work really well. I want to try these. So I got to color a really small page and a small picture, and I really, really like them. All right, so I'm going to switch over to the close-up camera here, and hopefully it's not too dark. Maybe turn on a light. Oh, it feels like there's grit under my page. I hate that. Hopefully that's not too bright. Nope, the other way. Darn camera. Alright, and we're going to move you around because I gotta zoom out a little bit. I am zoomed in too far. And now my dog's making horrible coffee noises. It's just horrid. There we go. So we're going to start up here. And I've got the light on, so if it's too bright, let me know. Yes, exactly like the French name Renee. Just mine, from what my mother told me, is it's spelt masculine. So that's what my French teacher in elementary school told me too. But a friend of mine who lives out in Montreal said there is no masculine or feminine. It's all spelt the same way normally. It's like, well, I'm special. So I'm using number 820, which is golden bismuth yellow. Hi, Terry Lynn. Then we're going to add a bit of orange to that. I hope everybody is excited for the party tomorrow. I know I am. It's not going to, I'm not going to do too many type of game type things, but we are going to have some giveaways and some coloring and chatting and all that fun stuff. And this one is number 30, orange. How are you today, Terry Lynn? And that is like just washing that right out. So we're going to turn it off. Maybe if I do this. A little bit more. Well, even that's a little too bright. There, that's a little better. Nope, you guys don't get any light. Let's see. I'm gonna fiddle with it and adjust it so that you can actually see what I'm doing, because this is driving me crazy. There, that's better. And then we're going to do this. There you go, I think. The pages are perforated, so I just pulled it out of the book. gonna grab, no, I'm just gonna put them over here. I was gonna grab a pencil cup, but they're all full of other stuff, so I'm going to need more pencil cups, I think. Very nice. Well, if you are on a road trip, have a wonderful trip. And of course, thank you so much for being a subscriber to the channel and supporting me. I appreciate it every single time. This community is so cool and so supportive, and it's just heartwarming. Okay, so I'm using a little bit of permanent red, which is number 61 in the luminance. Just getting a little bit of that. Getting a little bit of the sunset going on here. So I'm putting down a bit more of that yellow. It should be fun. I hope it's fun. Nothing worse than a party that isn't fun. Well, I guess there could be worse. And I have absolutely no plan for this whatsoever. I'm just winging it and going with what I think looks good. So now I'm adding the orange. I added some of the number 820 Calderon yellow, and now I'm just adding some orange. And these pencils they take absolutely no pressure to put down the color, which is so nice. And they're just loving this paper. Oh, wonderful, Terry Lynn. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for your super chat. If we can get an exclamation point love in the chat for Terry Lynn. I do appreciate it. That's just awesome. It is very sweet of her. I really do hope you have a wonderful trip. Just be careful driving out there. It's a holiday and there's lots of weirdos and bad drivers. Now I'm just going in with that red. Once again, just barely touching the page. Also for Terry Lynn, we're going to give her an awesome as well. Just because she is awesome. But I must say these pencils are really loving this paper. Sorry, in concentration mode. The one thing about small pictures like this is sometimes they take a little bit of a strain on the eyes to see them properly. I'm just trying to figure out what those little dots were. I think they're just little birds or little bits of sand or little stars or something. I'm not sure. Hey, Sassy. How are you today? Well, thank you very much, love. I do appreciate it. Like I said, just be careful out there. It's a holiday weekend and there's a lot of drivers on the road. Well, that's, definitely one of those things that if it's tearing up the paper, definitely Sassy, send them back. That's the one thing I don't like about watercolor markers or water-based markers is the fact that some of them really tear up the pages. They make a big mess. Amazon Tammy has a video on her channel that actually uses the Ohuhu water-based markers with some glycerin and water in the water pen, and she did a gorgeous picture with it. But Yeah, that's always a problem. My mom does that too. She fills her cart and then watches it so that she can see if the prices come down. I do that on my wish list. I put things on my wish list and watch them so that I can see if the prices come down. Yeah, basically pretty much have to. Well, I don't think she treated the paper. She put down a bit of the um, mixture out of her water pen just on the paper, and then she used the um, brush pen just by dabbing it into it and letting the color move, and then she moved it around with the brush pen or with the water pen. It looked really kind of cool. Oh, nice. That is what we're going to be coloring in tomorrow is Worlds of Wonder. And we will be picking out a page today. Yeah, what she's saying, Barb, is she doesn't know how to not send me everything on her shopping list, or not her shopping list, out of her shopping cart, so that I don't end up with all the things that she wants to buy herself. Definitely understand what she was saying. Yeah, Barb has almost finished that book. She just colors them. It's an awesome book, though. The paper in it is just really nice. And the pictures are fantastic. And we're going to be coloring in that tomorrow with some square root pruners. Good morning, Joy. How are you today, love? Did you get your order? They said it would either get there on Friday or Tuesday because of the holiday. That's funny, Terry. I don't need them. I have both. I'm not very fond of the air fryer, but it does the same thing as my convection oven does. And my convection oven does it bigger. Okay, so it'll get there probably on Tuesday then if you haven't gotten it yet. They said that it with the holiday it might come before the holiday or just after. They didn't give me a tracking number, so otherwise I would have sent you the tracking number. I sent it through USPS, so trying a new thing that might be a little bit more cost effective. Because if I can get the cost down, I can kick the shipping in for free on orders. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Yeah, if you don't have a convection oven, the air fryer is fantastic because it does exactly the same thing as a convection oven does. Which, of course, we did not know that. And, well, we may have known it, but it was a little bit smaller, so it would cook a few things other than, without heating up the whole house. But I find that with a family of 4, and it'll come in really handy once it's just me and Bob, but with a family of 4, I kind of need to use the big oven. Okay, so I'm just switching back and forth. I haven't even been telling you guys, sorry. I'm just switching back and forth between these 3 colors, the yellow, the orange, and the red, and just gradually moving that color, blending it into the skyline here. Horribly rude. Sitting here, coloring away. Not even telling you guys what I'm doing. And quite literally, I'm winging it. Yeah, I know what what I want it to look like, but uh, oh, they can leave a message. I don't know who they are. Sorry, guys, my phone's going off, and now it's moving, and yeah, go away. Ooh, wow, that is awesome, Terry. I will have to do that. I put a few things in the community page for Amazon discounts and whatnot, but nothing as sweet as that. Thank you. Alright, now we're going to take a bit of a deeper red here, and we're going to go across the very top. And I think I want, yeah, I want number 70. Number 70. Ugh. Hi, Sarah. How are you today? Okay, so I'm just going to take number 70 here, which is a bit of a brighter red. And I'm going to sharpen it because it doesn't have a sharp point. It's going to break my heart every time I have to sharpen one of these pencils. And I'm going to tip the page on you a bit so I can get up close to the edge here. Now I'll come back through with the orangey red and blend it in. My goodness. I am popular this morning. Everybody wants to talk to me about my car's extended warranty. Or my Medicaid. That's the newest one is Medicaid. They want to talk to me about my Medicaid. It's like I'm not on Medicaid, but okay. Alright, so I've deepened that red a little bit. I am doing wonderfully. Thank you very much for asking, Sarah. Do I have a favorite? Oh my goodness. All of them? Is that a brand? This week? I love all pencils. On this paper, these pencils are doing very, very nicely. The Holbeins did very nicely on this paper. It all depends upon the paper. For example, if I'm coloring in Create a Space paper, grayscale type of coloring on the Create Space paper, Amazon paper, right out of the coloring book, I like Prismas. If I'm coloring on cardstock, I like all of them. Except Prismas. Prismas does not, I find they do not blend well or color well on cardstock. I don't know if it's me or the pencils but I just don't like them on cardstock. And it's taken me a long time to figure out how to use them on coloring books, so Prisma and I just don't have a good relationship. I've done that, and they started calling me about a different car that I don't even own and have never owned. Yes, I have this week's favorite. I'm horrible. Oh, one of my absolute favorites and one of my main go-to color to color just by grabbing and going, and has been since I started coloring, are the Brute Funers. Um, Another one that I really enjoy using, that I haven't used in a while, that I would love to use again sometime soon, are the Sharpira Farben. Those used to be my two main go-tos, that and the Faber-Castells. Now I just cycle through them all because I love them all so much. I'm just brightening up the yellow here, bringing it up into that orange into the sky. Like I said, I have absolutely no concept of what I'm doing until it's done. Hi, Donna. Yeah, I absolutely love the square boot pruners. The colored round barrel ones are the ones I started with, and they're really nice in coloring books as well as on cardstock, light pound cardstock. They also do quite nicely on printer paper, just regular 20-pound printer paper. So they're very versatile. I really like those as well, and they're an oil based. They're pretty much, one of the reasons why I went oil. Yeah, I can't get the hang of them. Especially on cardstock. I just don't find that they work well on cardstock. I have seen some absolutely gorgeous pictures done with them, and I just can't get that kind of picture out of them for the life of me. Nothing against the pencils at all. I use them for lots of different things and can get a nice result out of them on different paper. I think it's just the way I color with them personally. My mom colors with them, and she makes them sing. They're my mom's go-to pencils, so. Well, I am going to have to, start studying what you're doing because I am doing something wrong. And I've watched, people do absolutely gorgeous things with them on cardstock. I just find that I can't get them to work very well on cardstock. Like I said, it's definitely me. It's nothing to do with the pencils. It's just me. And it's one of those things. Pencils are so very personal because one pencil can work absolutely fantastic for one person and absolutely horribly for another. So it definitely is one of those things that you have to give it a shot and see how they work for you. Sometimes they just work terribly for you. Another one that doesn't work very well for me but works wonderfully for everybody else is Crayola. I don't like them. I don't like the way that they lay down, and it's just the way I color with them. It's nothing against the company or anything else. It's just the way I do things with them. Yeah, there's a whole thing about the Star Joys and the delis and everything else. I'm not sure about them all the way around. I really enjoy the Star Joys. I used to have one of their 72 sets as well, that comes in the wrap, which is different than their 120 set. And I really like them. But I have both the Starjoy and the Deli, and I don't feel that they're the same pencils. So they may be one of those things that you'll never know. So I'm just going around with the orange here. And like I said, I'm just winging it. I'm going back and forth with the orange, the yellow, and the red. Just gradually bringing it down through the hourglass. So okay. Hi, Valerie. Yeah, I like my budget brands. I really do. Um, I got kind of frustrated with the budget brands lately, with them all being copycats of each other. But I still buy them, and I still use them. Like, somebody asked me, what pencils do I use, and I use all my pencils. I do. I try to give every single one of my pencil sets a bit of love every month. So not always on stream, but I do try to give them all a bit of love. There's a few of the lower cost ones that take a lot longer to work with, so you end up um, having to spend more time with them and on one thing, and that's just not a good thing for stream. Castle Arts is another really good budget friendly one too. That's the one set of pencils that out of Faber-Castells that I don't have is the Gold Fabers and the watercolors. I don't have either of those. Okay, which one have I got here? Okay, making sure I have the right red. Yeah, I have watched the video on that. That's really kind of cool. I haven't seen them out yet, so I don't know when they'll be coming out. But it sounds really cool. It sounds like she's put a lot of work and thought into it on what would be best for all colorists, so that's really cool. And I like that she had the community assist her with a few things from it. So thank you, Valerie. Just working on the sun. Trying to get that sky to pop a little. Yeah, absolutely blue. They definitely are going down that road. Um, I would have preferred that Arteza stay in the budget friendly era because I actually really like their pencils. So, all right. In 3 or 4 months, they'll be up and running. Cool. I will, depending upon the cost of them. That's the other thing, is I don't know what their cost is going to be like. We'll give them a try. I assume they're going to be fairly budget friendly, so. So what do you prefer we call you, Sassy or Dawn? Because you're sassy. Hi, Della. How are you today, Della? So around the very edgy parts down here and at the top, I have gone in with a darker red. I've gone in with the scarlet and just darkened up that area up there. Now what I'm doing is I'm just going through and bringing that red into the orange so that I can bring it down into that yellow. That is a little strange. I don't know what I'd do without my white. I use white all the time. I guess if they blend well with Prismas, you still have your Prisma white. I'm gonna Like I said, when they come out, I will definitely look into them and give them a try. Hi, Bobby. I'm using luminance. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Didn't see you sneak in. Had my head down. Well, Sassy, that is what I'm going to call you because I like that name. I like Sassy. All right. So we're almost ready for another color. Now that I've spent, what, an hour with 3 colors? 4 colors? But they're such a dream to work with. And they layer so nicely. Yeah, I think this week's favorite pencil is definitely the Lumis. So far. Although I've only used a few colors, but on this paper, they are doing very nicely. Alright, just gonna go around the edge here with a bit of the orange. There we go. Alright, now we're going to take, let's see, number 159. Arg, I think that's the one I want, which is Prussian blue. And we're just gonna bring it up into that skyline a bit. Yeah, the little sets kind of turned me off a little bit because they are all of the 120s. Um, or the 120 set has all of those little sets. They're not special. They're not different than the 120 set. And I already have the 120 set. Yorkies are so cute. My dog would eat a Yorkie as a snack, but they're so cute. Yeah. Yeah, I have the 120 set, and when they came out with the different sets, I put them all in my cart, and then I was researching them further and found that they're pretty much the same thing I already have. There's no point buying new pencils if I haven't used up the ones I already have. So, although I do have, extras of different pencils because they have a tendency to disappear off the market, like the square root veneers. I do have an extra set of those. Just because, yeah, they're my favorite. They're one of them, absolutely. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing there. I don't know if my hand's in the way. But what I'm doing is I'm just bringing that little line, the where sky meets water line, the horizon, that's it. So that it separates it a little bit. Now I'm going to grab my blending pencil if I can find it. It should be right here. But you know how things are with should. There it is. And I'm just going to blend that edge so it's a little softer. I have to remember to stick some more of the blender sticks on my wish list in my cart. Because I keep on, every time I buy something off Amazon, I think about it and then I forget about it because then I see something. It's like shiny dot. Shiny dot! And if anybody's ever played WoW, they know exactly what I mean. Yeah, that's very true, Bobby. And when I get to a point where I need to replace any pencils, that may be the most economical way to go if they don't start raising the prices on those really high too. They are getting up there pretty high though. Okay, so we've got a good start on the top part here. do we have a new subscriber? We do. So thank you so much, Loriam Harding, for subscribing. I probably said that completely wrong and butchered your name, and I am so sorry. I am terrible with names. Thank you. I haven't blended at all. I just wanted to blend this little bit down here because it was bugging me. Really harsh lines bug me. But I didn't want to turn it green by blending it with yellow, so I think it looks pretty cool. Alright, so let's do some happy little trees. Oh, that's a hard one. Holbein, definitely. My Holbeins, definitely. And oh my gosh, that's horrible. Do I get to keep my polys too, or? Because if I get to keep my polys too, I would do Holbein and Brutfuner. If I don't get to keep my polys too, yeah, I'm really on the fence with the wanting the luminance too, but yeah, Holbeins and luminance are good too. Absolutely. Did I miss somebody? Did somebody come in and I missed them? If somebody has come in and I have missed you, I am really sorry. Welcome, and I hope you have some fun and hang out and chat and all that fun stuff. Oh, the person that subscribed. Okay, never mind. My brain's not working right today. Words are hard. Brain doesn't work with anything anymore. Understanding things is wrong. It's okay, Spirit's Joy. You have it handled. I will shush my mouth. So I'm just doing these happy little trees with some fairly, what green is this? It's number 220 and grass green. I'm telling you, the one thing that I really, really, really enjoy about the Soho color pencils that I demoed yesterday is all of the writing on them is in white. I can see it all. It was awesome. And I'm just putting a very light coat of this on as a base coat. I'm not doing anything but just putting a layer of color down so I can work on it. Oh, you're confiscating the Prismas and the polys? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Bobby. That's awesome. Well, thank you. Exclamation point love. You can't confiscate the Prismas and the polys. So exclamation point love for Bobby for her super chat. That is fantastic. Thank you so much. That is so sweet of you. I'll get a couple more of the luminance and put them in the bag. I put them all in the bag, Bobby. See? I did. I put them all in the bag. Although it was hard. I really like the box the aluminums come in. It's the same with the other ones that the Caran d'Ache come in that I have, the Pablos, I do believe it is. Um, the box is just fantastic. I've got so many colored pencil names running through my head right now. I'm probably going to get them all wrong. Because I'm trying to think of ones that I really, 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 really would want to keep. Because I can only keep two. His choice taking away all my pencils. Absolutely. So I'm just doing the edges with this um, golden, or yeah, olive yellow. That's what it is. It's a greeny yellow color, just to give it that sun color here. Just on those edges that are facing the sun. Hi, Wilson. Sorry, Wilson. I saw you there and saw your exclamation of keep the polys, and it didn't phase on me that I didn't say hello. I am so sorry. How are you today? Now, if I'm correct, I think I'm right. Your name is Heather, right? Slowly getting a hang of everybody's names. Exactly. You can't color without polys. What do you mean get rid of the polys? We're not even getting rid of them. She's just keeping them. Absolutely, Bobby. I understand that one. Okay, cool. I'm on it. See, I am learning everybody's names slowly but surely. Yeah, you can ditch the Prismas. I don't have a problem with that, but you got to keep my polys. And I'm just going through with number 739, I think it is. Yeah, 739, and giving it some definition. Just going into all those little spots. Yeah. I, I think I have expanded a lot, Spirits Joy. Joy, I have expanded, I promise. Well, hurry back. Yeah, exactly, Wilson. I have the same problem. I really enjoy the oil-based pencils a lot more than the wax-based pencils. Um, and absolutely, I have no animosity or want to offend any Prisma lovers out there because I do like the pencil on certain paper. I can actually make it work on certain paper, but they are not one of my favorites. Black Widow is another one that I'm not very good at using yet. I love the color names and I like the way they lay down. I just haven't gotten the hang of it on all different types of paper. Okay, so I'm not the only one. Okay. I'm glad to know that I was worried about the factor that I was just going to get shunned because I didn't like Christmas. It's not that I don't like them, is I don't like them on most of the paper that I color on. And I do prefer a much harder pencil. I don't like smooshing pencils, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, Heather, is the softness of the pencil is so hard to control sometimes. And I think you're right. I think that's my main issue is I just can't control the smoosh. Because like I said, I know a lot of people that use them and they do absolutely gorgeous things with them. Um, and yeah, when I use them sometimes, especially if I use them on my cardstock, it looks like I've used a wax crayon. Scribble sticks. I love that, Heather. All right, so we've got some happy little trees going on there. We might get the top part of this done today. It takes me forever to do anything, I swear. How do you guys, I don't know how you guys deal with me. I'm slower than the second coming sometimes. Yeah, it's like I said, Sassy. It may just be something specific with the way I color, but I use a 67-pound Nia cardstock. And when I color on it with the Prismas, it looks like I've used a wax crayon. It looks really pretty, and then I'll leave it sit, and I'll walk away for a little while, and I'll come back, and it's all cracked, and it looks like all the tooth of the paper has come up, and it looks like it's all cracked. It's weird. So I'm using number 225, which is moss green. It's kind of a camo green. So I thought it would be good for the tint. Because, you know, it's a tint. It's got a camouflage in there. Yeah, exactly. Definitely depends upon your style and you know how you color. It has taken me, well, I've been coloring now for 3 years almost. And it's taken me this long just to figure out that you don't need to, you know, press into the paper to get the color on it. I used to be really, really heavy-handed, like really heavy-handed, because I really wanted the instant gratification. I wanted it to look pretty, and I wanted it to look pretty quickly. So I love the Lyra polycolors too. I really do like those ones. A little bit disappointed with the um, banding. The name on Lyra isn't reflecting that they are no longer a German company. And I don't know if it's just my pencils that are reflecting that because they're older, or if the new ones actually say that they're created somewhere else now, because they're no longer a German company. They started as a German company, but they're no longer a German company. Ah, I have a couple of light fasts I've been playing with. They're really pretty. I like the way they blend. It's another thing that I have a really difficult time with. And one of these days I'm going to have to get over it as I'm building sets, the really expensive sets like this one, is I have a terrible, terrible time um, blending pencils. Like, not blending the pencil, but blending sets. So if I'm using, say, these ones and I need a color that this set doesn't have, I can't bring myself. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is my set says they're made in Germany, but they were purchased by an Italian company in 2018, and I just got my set at Christmas time. So, but I can't grab a pencil from a different set and color with it. When I'm using a set, I just can't bring myself to do it. Is that weird or is that normal? No, they're not. They're owned by a Italian company now, and they were bought out by the Italian company Fila, Fili, or Fili, FL. Okay, I'm going to shut up now. Uh, words are hard, so we're just going to do exclamation point words, They were bought out by a Italian company in 2018. I posted in the community tab some information about their where they're located now and stuff like that, and when they were bought out, and other companies that that company owns, including Prang. So they are now owned by the same company that owns Prang. Well, that's good. I'm glad it's not just me, because I have a really hard time, saying, okay, I need this kind of blue, but I don't have it in this set, but I know I have it in this set. I have a really hard time grabbing it out of that set. And I think it's because I know that these pencils are going to work together, where I don't know if the pencil from this set is going to work with a pencil from, say, a Derwent set. Yeah, but do you use, say, the base color as a Lumi, and the next color up as a Prisma, and then the next color a Lumi? Yeah, no, from what I understand of the information that Fila put out, is that they have located the factory with their other factory, or relocated their production with their other factories. Um, I need to dig out my box that my liras came in, and see what the date stamp is on it, because they are date stamped on their um, barcode. So I'll have to see what the date is on it, and if it's prior to 2018, then I know they were made in Germany. My pencil says made in Germany, or German, something or other. I'll have to pull them out to look at them and see. But somebody informed me that they were actually an Italian company now, which I thought was interesting. All right, now we're going to do the mountains. Yeah, it is very possible that they may have just kept the factory there and relocated the production line, or um, the manufacturing of the pencil itself may still be in Germany, and they may have taken the production line where they put all the pencils in the cases and everything else to wherever they've moved it to. I'm not absolutely positive, but I did list a website there. I do believe in the community tab, on where you can look up the information on the company. I was really surprised that they were the same company that owned Prang. That really surprised me. They are, definitely. Definitely. Okay, so I would just use the slate gray for the base of the mountain, and I'm going to use the choo-choo train noise. I am going to use silver gray up here at the top. Hi, Joyce. Mountains are easy. Especially when they're tiny. I don't know if these can be considered mountains or rocks since they're almost the same size as the tent. Okay, no problem, Joy. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Enjoy your company and have a fantastic day. And thank you, company, for being super patient. Okay, we're going to go through and give the clouds a bit of gray. Just putting in a little bit of this medium gray. Then we're going to take this darker gray here. Yes, hope to see you tomorrow. It should be so much fun. And this one is Payne's Gray. And it's a much darker gray, almost a black gray. Okay, and then we're going to take our silver gray and we're just going to fill that in. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other cloud. Absolutely, absolutely. I am a collector of pencils. I really enjoy them. Um, whether they be expensive or inexpensive. And I really like looking at them. Is that weird? No problem, Bobby. You lurk away. Okay, so I don't know if I'm weird, but I just like collecting pencils. I really like looking at them. I love the way they smell and the way they feel. And the way they look in their tins sometimes. So I'm weird. I like pencils. I like markers too. Um, but markers always look exactly the same until you start using them. They're most of their bodies are the exact same body, and I think the only one that's got a really different body is the um, Copic and Arteza. And I know that the Prisma and the Spectrum Noir have different bodies. But all the lower budget friendly brands all pretty much have the same body, and they're boring. I love coloring with them, but I find that their looks are boring. Okay, good. I'm so good. I am not the only one, Della. Because I do. I sat with these the luminance on my desk for a good half an hour this morning, just looking at it in their little box, thinking, okay, now I gotta sharpen you. I'm really sorry. So I'm using grass green. I have seriously considered if I ever stop coloring, which isn't happening anytime soon, um, taking all my pencils and lining them all up on the hardwood floor and seeing if I could actually refloor my floor with them. If I could actually do the floor with them. Yeah, exactly. My kids do the same thing. They come out and go, "You're weird, Mom." Did you just smell those pencils? Yes, I did. And I do get really offended when they smell bad. I'm just glad I'm not the only one. I assumed I wasn't, but absolutely. All right. Now I don't know if you guys can see that all that well because it's not horribly dark. But I've got a little layer of grass green down, and I put down a layer of I think it's permanent green, dark sap green. That's what it is. into the shadow areas. Now I'm just going to go back over that with the grass green in some of the more shadowy areas here, such as in between the trees and whatnot, and out in front of the tent. Oh my goodness. That is a long time to be waiting for pencils. Now we're going to take a little bit of brown. Just which one? This one, I think. Yeah, number 77. I think it's this one. Maybe not. I think it might be this one. Yeah, I haven't tried the Neo color. Yeah, absolutely. I am finding with the ink tints that they do not take a lot of water to activate them. I just have to learn how to control the amount of water that comes out of my water pen. So I'm just going into these areas around the edges with a little bit of brown, because there's going to be dirt there, obviously. It's been hovering up there. And then we're going to take our happy olive yellow. And we're just going to fill everything in. All right, Penny, thank you very much for watching. And yeah, definitely message me later. Let me know how things are going. And I'm just blending all of that green and brown and everything else together with this olive yellow. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I keep playing with different water brushes to figure it out. I'll show you what I played with last night. You probably saw me do this one. I did this one on the demonstration, and then this one I did last night by myself, trying to figure out the water, how much water is coming out and whatnot. And as you can see with the bleed over here, I have way too much water coming out of my pan. So yeah, I have been playing with them. And I was actually going to do part of this with them, but I just don't have the control yet or the competency in it yet. So I'm not going to do that. Not until I'm a little bit more confident in them. All right, so this one. Welcome back, Bobby. Yeah, I just restarted my Instagram too, and you know, I'm not all that great with Instagram and Twitter and that sort of thing. I have a Twitter account too. I'm just not great with it. So I'm just covering the underneath of the land mass here with some brown. And this is number 37, brown ochre. Okay, so what did I miss? Yeah. Um, I thought about using a regular brush, and I will give that a try the next time I'm playing with them. And that's basically how I learn is I watch you guys play with them and use them, and then I sit there and try to mimic what you guys are doing, um, and see if I can figure them out. But I just sit and play with them until I get them figured out. Tammy's really good with them. So I watched Tammy, and she sent me to another one that's really good with ink tints. So I'll be going and watching his stuff too. I think that's all he does is ink tints and watercolor stuff. So I'll be going and watching his stuff too because I need all the help I can get. Yeah, that works too. Absolutely, Heather. Hey, poet. I hope you are having a wonderful day. That's exactly what I do is I just play with it and have fun with it. And sooner or later I get really good at it. Or I don't and I just have fun with it and I make a mess. That's pretty much all I figure I want to do with life is play with it and make a mess. If I make something beautiful out of it, cool. If not, yeah, cool. That's 9/10 of the hobby is the collecting. The other tenth of the hobby is just playing with it all and learning what can and can't be done. Not very many things can't be, and as long as you keep on trying and playing with it, 9 times out of 10 it can be done sooner or later. That's right, exactly. That is exactly right, poet. Sharpening these pencils is breaking my heart. Because it just means I'm going to have to buy more soon. Yeah, exactly. I use practically every set I have. There are a couple that I reserve for when I really want to make something spectacular. But I've found that I can once I get playing with it, I can usually do pretty good with almost everything. So, but the really expensive things I worry about, replacing and that sort of thing. So I tend to shy away from using them unless I'm doing a stream or something. But I really enjoy using all of my stuff. So I was picking on one of my kids the other day. Well, it wasn't the other day, it was a little while ago. And he said, Mom, I think you got enough things there. What are you going to do if the house burns down? And I said, well, you'll be loading all this stuff into the RV. He says, well, if with all that stuff, nobody else is going to fit. And I said, and? He said, you would choose your pencils over us? I said, oh, yeah. Wow, that's a lot of posts there, Barb. I think I have 4, 5. Like I said, I just reactivated my Instagram. I didn't know how to post on it, so when I first opened it, so I didn't use it because I didn't know how to post on it. I had to tell my kid I was just kidding because he got a little upset. They're teenagers. I can pick on them that way. That's true. Although I asked my insurance agent if I could insure them, and he said no. I said, really? I've got like a few $1,000s worth of pencils here. What do you mean I can't insure them? He said, really, that much? He was expecting like $2 thing of pencils and whatnot. And I said, yeah, they're artist grade pencils. And he said, oh, well, we might have to consider that. So I think it's built into my house insurance now that my pencils are insured. Yeah, I find that if I evaluate at the end of the month, I get self-conscious about the things I've bought, and then I get very apologetic about it. It's covered in the building contents. Yeah, that's what I figured. And we're going to do exclamation point Bob. Just because he's in chat. Exactly. There we go. Now we need some aquatic colors. No, feeding your dog nice, proper things is just like feeding your children proper things. They're not spoiled. They're just well taken care of. Now this one is number 171. I did that entire thing without even telling you what colors I was using. I'm chatting away, just coloring. So I used on the dirt there, I used number 46 Castle Earth, number 37 Brown Ochre, and one other one. I used some black and number 77 Burnt Ochre. And I used black. And this one is number 171 Turquoise Blue. And I'm just putting a light layer of this turquoise blue down. And I'm just doing it really loose because we're going to go through and we're going to add other colors, and then we're going to put a little bit more of the turquoise down to blend it. Well, it's just as good for the cat as it is for the dog. Hi, Viking. How you doing today? All right. There. I think it's time to drink some coffee. My throat's feeling a little dry. I made a cup of coffee before stream, and I don't think I've drank any of it since I started talking too much. So I'm just going over all of the little wiggly lines where the wave structure is with the number 180, which is, I think, turquoise green, but I'm not positive. I can't read it. Malachite green, that's it. And once again, I'm just doing really loose. I'm just going to bring that malachite green up into that turquoise. And bring it down here, like so. And then I'm going to take this blue. Yes. So this one's 162 Falathio blue. If I'm saying that right, I don't know. And I'm just going down the edges. Where it's touching the glass. Because all of this is going to be touching the outside of the front of the glass. we're just going to bring some of this blue in here. And then we're going to go back over it with the turquoise. Well, water is fairly easy. What did I miss Stella saying? Oh, the logs and things like that, I do believe is what she's talking about, Heather. Yeah, I find that I don't do logs because I don't want to make myself feel bad. Because I have a tendency to feel really guilty if I buy myself things. And if I had a log of all the things I've bought myself, I would feel really guilty. So I'm just layering this turquoise into the other colors. And blending those colors in. And now I need, there was another color I wanted to use. I can't remember where it is. Not in this set. That's where it is. Which is fine. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of dyes. Okay, and then we're going to take a little bit out of Sammy's book after we blend this water. I'm just going to blend it all together, make it all the same. Cover up as much of the white spot as I can. Which isn't a big deal because it's going to look a little bit different in just a few minutes here. Then we're going to channel our inner Sammy. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the number 6, if I can find it. Where is it? Because this is such a small area, I'm going to just use the number 6 Arteza white gel pen. So it's a 06. I'm going to clean off my tip here. And I'm just going to start doing dots. And we're going to channel our inner Sammy. I know she does it with acrylic paint, but acrylic paint marker. But I can't use those for some reason. They always look horrible. She does them very, very nicely, but mine always look terrible, so I'll use the gel pen. It's all good. Exactly. It's not going to outlive me. I'll use it all. If I have to grind it up and make my coffin out of it, I'll use it. I'm just going around and doing a couple of these bubbles. All right. And there we have it. The upper part is all done. What? I would. They're coming with me. Alright guys, I'm going to switch you over to the main camera so you can see what we've done so far. Maybe. There we go. So there is the top part of our picture. We have gone a few minutes over. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, office supply stores and craft stores. So I'm going to just scooch you in just a bit here so you can see. There we go. And that is what we've got done so far. We've got the background done and the top portion of the hourglass done. And then we're going to move down into the rest of the hourglass and do the outer part of the glass and all that fun stuff next time. Of course, do remember that to swing on by Amazon Tammy's channel. She will be streaming at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So that is in an hour and 50 minutes. Oh, thank you. But we're going to leave it at this for now, and we will see you tomorrow. So please remember that the 1,000 subscriber celebration is going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So my normal start time for Saturday is going to be the time that we are starting tomorrow. There's going to be all sorts of prizes. There's also going to be a couple of different things that I'm going to explain at the start of the stream and all that fun stuff. Thank you all very much for joining me. Thank you to the new subscriber, and thank you to the two wonderful people that donated or gave a super chat and a super sticker. I appreciate it. Until tomorrow, guys, thanks so much, and we will see you then. All right, guys, if anybody wants to join me on stream tomorrow, because I will be having people join me on stream tomorrow, please send me a text in Facebook or on Instagram or on Emily's Discord or anything like that. Just send me a message so that I can get you on the list so that I can show you how to join and all that fun stuff. Make sure that your equipment will work with the stream and all that fun stuff. Awesome, Barb. I'm glad that we're able to use different pencils but still get close to the same outlook, which is awesome. All right, guys, again, thank you so much for joining me. Remember to relax, color, and stay safe. We will see you all tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye for now, guys.